Your financial partners, Don and Gino.
Welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. But if you were to stop by the station, you won't see us there. That's because we're at the Vault Media Studio right here at Cherry Creek Mortgage, our custom-built studio just for you. Because we have 3 high-definition cameras to make sure you see all the action. You're going to want to see it today because we have some great guests today dressing up our studios and making us all look much buffer.
Speaking of action,
our studio's in shape today. And you hear us often, like every single week, bragging about how our office is completely transformed and how it's transformed our life. And we have the culprits to
I was
this,
going to
don't
say, you're someone to blame for it, right?
Yeah. How about blaming somebody for making you get in shape? So today we have Scott Hoolahan, our good friend, join us today to talk about this event that we have coming up. But also we have really, they've become great friends of ours, not just, I don't know.
Mentors. Is fair.
I was going to call them something else.
I was trying to help you with that, see?
I know. I was thinking all these names are like, that's not politically correct. That's not good. That's, someone's going to jump. No. Okay, we'll just call them Tony and Allison, owners of Afterburn Fitness that has absolutely changed the lives of actually have changed the lives of everyone in our office and tons of friends of ours. But they've also jumped behind an event and a cause that Scott Hoolahan basically spearheaded. And we want to thank you guys for joining us today. How's it going, Tony?
It's going real well. Thanks for having us.
All right. And thanks for not making me do push-ups before the show.
Trust me, you'll be doing plenty on Saturday.
I know, huh? Thanks, buddy. And Allison, we're going to let you jump in here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
And you make our studio look so nice right now.
Well, thank you.
Scott, I can't say that about you.
Yeah. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. You talk about a rose between 2 thorns.
And if you want to see the rose between 2 thorns, do it at donandgino.com. Hit the watch, chat, and listen live, and that's the way to join us in the Vault Studio.
That's right. And you can see us that Scott and I are wearing our push-ups for charity shirts that we've been wearing every single Friday and many other days. And we're really excited about this event. In fact, I love the statement. I don't know where we heard it from. Maybe it's Scott or maybe it was you that put that out there, Tony, about when was the last time you thanked your veterans for the safety and privileges you enjoy every day? And that was a great question, and it definitely affected a lot of us here because we've jumped in on something called the Boot Campaign. But I don't want to steal Scott's thunder because you're the one, Scott, that really spearheaded this thing and grabbed the bull by the horn, so to speak, and said, hey, we're going to get behind this. I really believe in it, and I want Cherry Creek Mortgage, and not just Cherry Creek Mortgage Valencia, but all of SoCal to get behind it. And then we've actually drug in some other great friends that jumped in as well. So, Scott, why don't you talk about how this all came about?
Well, you know what, Don, thanks again for having me in. The Boot Campaign, I was introduced to it by a group of folks at Building Champions last year, and it was right around the time that they started promoting the movie Lone Survivor. And it was really the combination of hearing some stories of some men and women that had come back and struggled with reacclimating to civilian life. And you see that movie and you understand what some of these guys and gals go through in an effort to, exactly what you said, protect our freedom and the privileges we enjoy every day. I reminded of this recently. There's been some tragic events. The VA has really been under the hot gun, hot seat, I should say, and that the spotlight is on them because you've got a group of people that are underserved and they're not getting the benefits, they're not getting treatment. They've even identified where we've had some men and women actually perish because they haven't gotten the services, the medication, the surgeries that they need. They've been put off and put off and put off. And you think, what a tragedy that really is. I mean, it makes the hair on my arm stand up because we live in a country where we have freedoms like no other on the planet. Never in our lifetimes would we ever think of or hear of 300 girls getting abducted and taken away from their families. That would never happen on American soil or anywhere where we are a presence of defending liberty and humanity. And that happens. It's real, right? I mean, that's going on right now in another part of the world. And it breaks my heart to think that those things happen, and
Scott,
other
why don't
parts
you-
of the world
yeah,
don't
why
have
don't
it.
you talk about how the boot campaign started? I love the story because it has a lot to do with lone survivor and a group of 3 women that read the book. And
Yeah, actually 5 women in Dallas, and again, with huge hearts and no real motive other than the same thing, seeing what happens to these men and women come back in their struggle to get services and benefits. And they created the boot campaign. They went to Bates Company, who actually makes the boots that men and women wear in service. And Bates Company jumped right on board with it. And in fact, they went the extra step and just donated thousands and thousands of boots that were actually rejected by the Marine Corps for a minor infraction that they weren't going to be perfect, which we can all appreciate. Those men and women wear those boots and they live in those boots, literally might not take them off for a week, right? So they need to be perfect. For civilian use, for tromping around, hiking, motorcycling, doing light construction, hunting, those sorts of
I
things.
haven't had to dodge a bullet yet in mine.
Right.
And
And so
some push-ups though.
so they donated them to these gals. They started the boot campaign for $100. You can go to bootcampaign.com and you can pick the Give Back boot for $100, and 100% of that money goes to the foundation and their efforts to provide and fill the gap for, like what I was talking about, where our government and the services just can't give them what they need. And so this campaign and this foundation tries to fill that gap, whether it's through medical services, housing, different types of consultations that'll help them get the benefits they need. And to this day, Marcus Luttrell, the gentleman that wrote the book, ex-Navy SEAL team member, who 28 of his comrades perished that day trying to save him and trying to take out very dangerous people in the Al-Qaeda network. And to this day, he still fights with the VA over back surgeries and
He's had
certain
like
things.
26, some crazy
Yeah.
amount of surgeries.
Right,
he's had.
and you see that movie and you understand what he went through, and you go, why wouldn't somebody just go fix him?
Yeah.
Whatever he needs, just give it to him, right?
Right.
Well, the fact of the matter is, our benefits services, our tax dollars are stretched so thin that the administrative people at the VA have to choose who gets what when. And so it falls back on us as the civilians that enjoy those freedoms to try to help fill that gap. And we can. And that's really what the boot campaign does. And that's what we're going to try to close that gap a little bit further for a Southern California family in this effort. And, real quickly, I can't thank the two of you enough. When we brought this idea to you, there was like zero hesitation, Tony. I mean, you just, okay, we're in. Let's do it. And let's not just participate, but we're going to be the best. We're going to kill it. We're going to go 5-star. We're going to raise $20,000. You just didn't hesitate one bit, my friend. Thanks again.
Oh, of course, no problem. There is, if there's one thing I can always get behind without hesitation, like you said, is to back our country. To the men and the women that like you said defend us and serve us on a daily basis. You can't hesitate. I mean, they're out there, like you said, giving us these liberties and these freedoms every single day, and the absolute least thing we can do is give back. And the fact that the boot campaign and the push for charity, it gives them something tangible. The idea that we can actually put one of these veterans, in a mortgage-free home is phenomenal.
Yeah, and one of the things that I brought up is that I can't believe that for the amount of money that we need to raise for them to be able to give them a home locally, right? Not somewhere where they, in Detroit where it's $6,000 for a
Right.
home. I mean, locally, they can get us a home for the amount of money we're going to raise. For $30,000, we get a mortgage-free home. We should do that as many times possible.
Yeah.
All the time, every day, we should work towards that goal.
Good point, Gino, and great points from Scott Hoolahan, Tony, and Allison Velasco. Now we're going to talk about this great event that's coming up, because there's a way for you to get involved, have some fun doing it too, because this is not just a campaign to raise money. This is an event that you have an opportunity to share with your family, get involved, and help our veterans. So we're going to go in a little bit more depth of what's happening this Saturday right at Afterburn Fitness in Valencia, right in the Wright Canyon Industrial Park there. You can get involved and make a true difference. So stay tuned. We're going to give you some more details about how you can make a difference this Saturday.